Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I go by Lune, INNATE, and what I'm creating for you today for the collective is a relaxing video. To start, is a potential way for you to, if it resonates, use words or affirmations or intentions to communicate to your subconscious mind, which really can have tremendous impact on our daily lives. Or if you're open to the concept, if you're open to the concepts of energy work by proxy, I am an esoteric healing arts practitioner, teacher. My foundation is Reiki, but I do study all kinds of healing modalities and sort of layer them on to my unique practice. All of our practices are quite unique. So our theme for today is something that I've been inspired to create because I have found myself in this position. I've shared this in the Patreon community as well, in some of our lives, I believe, or at least one of our lives, where I was expressing or maybe it was a video. Regardless, I've said this out loud at least to someone because I had some feedback. And I feel like I'm in this period of molting, It's quite funny. I don't mean to be spooky for those of you who aren't into it, but I've even been drawn to watching these kind of exotic pets videos of tarantulas and things that molt, snakes and lizards and stuff. And I know some people find these kinds of animals or beings a little creepy, but there's something so incredibly amazing about the concept of molting crabs as well, sea bugs. There's so many things that we can associate or study, because in the study of any process, you will find something reflected in yourself. So we're taking a little cue from nature combined with this sort of just feeling I've been having, and I hope that it resonates with you. So sorry for the lengthy intro here, but to share what I mean by molting, I feel like I've been in a really incubated period recently. Honestly, this year, so much of my life has transformed. Painful blessings, and I'm sure so many of us can relate to that. And we've all been a bit pulled in, we've been a bit hermity in the shell, if you will, and it's feeling tight. It's feeling like we've made these changes internally, perhaps, even if it's just on a subconscious level. So our intention for this theme is to support the process of gently exfoliating or wiggling out of the shell, this molt, this outgrown vessel, if you will, and I mean it figuratively, of course, energetically, to help ourselves ease into this transition of a new life, of a new phase. New Year's is right around the corner at the time that I'm presenting this to you, or the time I'm creating it, rather. And I think there's just so much in the air of transformation, and I want to honor the vulnerability that comes from the molt, because we don't just come out like with this hard armor. We're very delicate, right? So I really want to honor that space and that process and just support you if you feel that this resonates. All right, again, sorry for the chatties here, but I just wanted to share. All right. My new fake plant. I needed something for over there, and this room is quite dark, but I promise it's the only fake plant. Not hating, but it's the only fake plant that I have. And I have some African violets in the corner with a grow light. So there are some freshies in here. We're gonna start with our candle. And I want to actually add some stone pieces. Many of you ask me where I get this little baggie. I know. I just search on Etsy for like gem chips, and I just buy what I find. I don't have a specific shop, but these are rose quartz pieces, and again, I want to really honor that vulnerability, that tenderness, that sensitivity when we're molting. We come out and we're like, and support that. And not rush, but give us everything, at least on an energetic, mental, emotional, spiritual level, that we could need to support that development, you know? I know these are not much to look at, especially with the codes on the back, but they do make nice sounds. Alright, so we're just going to take a little pinch. Some people also ask me what I do with my candle remnants, you know, so I'll show you. But first, I'm just going to place these in with that soft, sweet, lovey intention, that, I don't say fog, that just aura of comfort. So because I mostly use these kind of candles that have a little tin or aluminum or something, when the candle is burned at the bottom, I'll find the gems. And I can't lie, it's certainly happened where things just got thrown out, but what I try to do is toss them into my garden, depending on what it is. Usually our intentions are, perfect. But as in, not like negativity, absorbing, let me put this in my garden, kind of thing. But I just kind of throw it back into nature, say a little thank you. Alright. Some incense matches, sandalwood here. Just light our candle. So, on behalf of the highest and greatest good, in perfect comfort, in perfect alignment, our intention today is, of course, as always, to support harmony, balance, peace, relaxation, stress relief, alignment, empowerment, clarity, all the things we could think of, all the things that sound good. Freaking my breathing. I've been busy today, doing a lot of stuff, but to be more clear, to drill down, to be a little more specific, our intention is to support the process of honoring the old self, the old experience, the old perspective, where we were, and how that aids and supports our own unique foundations. And as well to validate that vulnerable stage of hypersensitivity, of mushiness, of just, I'm sorry I'm losing words here, but that soft phase that we're in, that vulnerable stage that happens during and after our major transformations, and we're a little doubtful or a little less confident perhaps, in ways, not in all the ways, but in ways. So we want to support the release, the breaking up of that energy, to gently let it kind of just come off, flake off, not to be gross, but like dry skin or something. To wiggle out of the cicada shell or the cocoon or whatever it might be for you, however you might connect with it. And to channel, receive whatever we might need as we cultivate, as we grow, as we become more confident in this new, enhanced, higher perspective versions of ourselves. Alright, and I want to wish everyone just blessings. As simple as that sounds. Blessings for 2021. This has been a rough year. This has been a very rough year. In so many ways, for so many of us. For all of us, I'm sure. So, just want to send a little extra intention there, right? And of course, if you have any intention you'd like to set, please just have a little look at this flame and set your own intention. Okay. Wonderful. I have just some lavender water, not drinking water. And just to be clear with this process, all of this is channeled, right? Like voice, the colors, all of this is intentional. The words I struggle yet do try very hard to choose carefully. It's all part of the energy. You can look into someone's eyes and receive energy. You can look at an image. So there will be channeling, but I just want you to know it's the whole showing up and watching that supports the communication to the subconscious. Just bring you back. Alright, pretty. And we're just gonna begin kind of like treating. I know I'm like fluffing motions, but I'm focused on kind of reaching under that figurative kind of layer through how we see ourselves. You can almost picture it like a false lens that remains, because even eyes can mold over the eye. So we just want to kind of massage, and with this lavender, have this kind of healing ointment, if you will. I'm focused on channeling through to support, just sliding out that comfortable release. A little more, because I really want to make sure to work through the back. You might feel that sensation of being in a coat that's too small. You know, you can't quite put your arms down. Just let some stuff go. How you connect to the universe may have changed. How you connect with yourself, how you connect with others 'Cause it's all that like superficial, almost not superficial, but that like outer membrane of shift, and so much can happen through that. Okay, a little softening here. Have these pieces of salt, little Himalayan salt. And we're gonna go all around and just, with these cleansing, beautiful pieces of rock, salt rock, just work around and just exfoliate a bit, if you will. Just reveal that lovely new form, that freshness, that fresh perspective, that sensitive, intuitive, maybe less than perfectly confident yet, you know? Little baby giraffe legs. So we're just setting intentions here to exfoliate. The back of the head too. Excuse me. I'm gonna spin. It's gonna look a little odd. Am I not in focus? Sorry. It's picking up the plant more than me. I have to get used to it. But I want to really focus around the soles of the feet. So, sorry, this looks a little weird. I'm gonna duck down and focus. The legs in general are really speaking to me. It almost feels like some of us are beginning to see ourselves in this new perspective, or with this newness. But it's almost like getting like images of like not being able to like take your pants off or your tights. Like, you ever like people who wear tights, like when you take them off, or maybe a wetsuit or anything like that, or a wet bathing suit, just like gets stuck kind of, you know what I mean? So it's making me feel like that reflection is there. It's like almost like an image from the waist up that is visible, but the actions and the way you feel supported, the way we might feel supported, the walk as well, that's what I mean by actions, might be harder. So I'm really gonna focus around the thighs, around the knees, around the ankles, and again the soles of the feet. focus kind of around the wrists and hands, focusing between each finger. I want to go around the hairline. The frame of the face. I'm drawn to the sacral because this shift really does have such a tremendous impact on our relationships, the dynamic of our relationships. I feel this is a strong theme for many of the collective. Just to the back of the sacral, lower back. Up the spine. And down again. Okay. Using this dessert magic balm. Setting intentions, thinking of chamomile, thinking of rose hips, excuse me, vitamin E, omegas. I just want to give a little message that seems to be coming through. If anyone's looking for that motivation to change, let me rephrase that. Motivation to bring in more good things into their diet, to nourish their bodies, to research superfoods, supplements, stuff like that. Now might be a good time. So if you've been thinking about it, yeah, you're right. It would help. Pardon me. I shifted my perspective a little here and now I'm wobbly. So I'm just focused on kind of massaging, nourishing, channeling. It's not just the palm of my hands, obviously, it's more of the intention and what it represents to me. Just really nourishing that tenderness, creating a moisture field, or like how our skin has a barrier, the energetic equivalent to that. Some yummy ointment. Make sure I get around in the armpits, the elbows, the palms, between the fingers. excuse me, the back of the knees, the ankles, the feet, the toes, the heels, the thighs, the lower back, the hairline here, like the nape of neck hairline, behind and around the ears. The jaw, the hairline, the eyes, okay, wonderful. Now, yummy that I get to enjoy this balm now. Alright, so we're just gonna do a little blowing, little movement, little cool down almost. It's not so much about like releasing dust or fragments here, but just soothing, trusting in the process and what you felt called to all along, where your passions have led you, where your heart has guided. Just soothed. You're gonna focus on the empowerment of this field around you, this, excuse me, cozy cocoon, this cozy burrito. To just support you during this time. If you feel like you're not ready to share all of you yet, that's okay, don't. Because you are vulnerable, if that resonates, rather than, I don't love the word vulnerable here, but just, you're sensitive, you're impressionable, you're easily bruised, your legs, the baby giraffe legs, it's okay to let the legs get strong before you really show up, or really, gosh, that's not what I mean to say. I'm sorry, I'm trying to search my brain how to communicate this. But it's okay to protect yourself. That's what I mean. Let yourself get a little used to these legs, and this reach, and this growth, and the difference here. To these changes, it's okay to allow yourself to get used to you before you take it on the road. Alright. We've kind of worked with this outer field already, but let's just really call in that thickness around to support the comfort, holding just the highest intentions. I'm seeing a cobra like emerging. The highest intentions of love and support for you. auric field. Alright, feels good. I hope you feel good. Thank you so very much for allowing me to share a tiny piece of your path tonight. I hope that this served you in any which way. Anything is good. And just want to thank so much those of you on the Patreon who have joined me on Patreon. I actually, since my last point of view video that I shared, got a whole bunch of people, a bunch of new patrons. And I just want to say thank you so much. Over there, I'm creating a teaching video once a month, which has an ASMR session as well. The Zodiac season videos, of course. We do live streams twice a month. And also, what was it? A 2-hour-ish, sometimes I come up a little bit short, but a 2-hour-ish point of view long form session. That's, one of the other amazing things that I love to amazing opportunities to be able to connect on a more slower pace, like more stretched out kind of experience for me, and I enjoy it so much. So I just want to say thank you guys so very much. Alright, I'm twisting my words now even more so, but thank you to those who have chosen to work with me for your Reiki training as well. It is so my honor. Truly, truly, truly. Thank you. From the very bottom of my heart, I bow to the divine within you. You are divine. You are a child of divine forces. And within me, too, because I'm there too. We're all there. Alright, so just much love to you. So much love. And namaste. As am I, and how cool it is to share such archetypes, such divine archetypes. Truly amazing to have this experience. Much love to you, and namaste.